Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have something really, really hilarious. With everyone crashing out after it was revealed that a lot of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar fan pages were started internationally, and the posts have been so funny. First of all, hip hop is global, guys, and we have Americans living all over the world. I have Black American friends all over Asia, Europe, South America, and the Caribbean. And we live in a time and place where you can be a digital nomad and thrive. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me. But it's also obvious that a lot of these pages, whether on X or IG or any of these other platforms that can be monetized, are going to be taken advantage of by grifters looking to make a quick buck. I mean, how many videos are out there teaching people how to make IG theme pages or how to put out AI slap to monetize the system for themselves? So all this is definitely nothing new. It's just some update that revealed what was really always there. What really worries me is the racism and the hate being spewed by people under the guise of being black. I've had people call me the hard R and send racist memes just for pointing out the facts in a very articulate manner, with them hiding behind some anonymous phony profile pic, claiming to be black, yet typing out the most hateful ish that would definitely sadden our ancestors. And I love comedy, and if it's funny, I'll roll with it and I'll rib back. But all I see from these guys is hatred and thin skin. And when I saw Jay, a high priestess of the Ovihoites, trying to call out bots when the dude himself hides behind an AI-generated profile pic, is honestly pure idiocracy, and all I could do is just laugh because the lack of self-awareness is incredible, guys. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into some of these posts where we have something hilarious with everyone crashing out after it was just revealed after this latest update on X that a lot of those Drake and Kendrick Lamar fan pages were started internationally. And like I said earlier, a bunch of these pages are just grifting for a quick buck. Truly idiocracy. Also, people speaking on America as if they're from here is also hilarious. Alrighty, guys, so the first post we see here, shout out to Curtis King, a big friend of the channel, but he posted this picture along with the caption, "Who you've been arguing hip-hop with." And yeah, it was most definitely, this is also like half of Drake's streams here as well, guys. And it's really easy to create division when you're doing something like this. Fans of a Canadian telling international fans of a Black American to stay out of Black American business. Yeah, guys, it's incredible when we're seeing some of those sentiments shared by people over in Israel and India and stuff like that. Over here, we have Kofi Champ, one of the biggest drizzy glizzy gobblers we've probably ever seen. And where is he located at? But Israel. And this obviously isn't a new phenomenon. And while some of these people still may be anonymous, yeah, your location is definitely not anonymous anymore. Here we have another friend of the channel, Charles Brown. I keep telling people that these Drake stan accounts are from foreign countries and are paid handsomely by Bubble Bath Rapper, aka Drake and OVO Sound. And those rumors have definitely been floating around those Drake stans for a long time. We've even seen some of those Drake stans come out and say that they were allegedly paid by Drake's team. That culture conversation is done. Don't want to hear anything else from that side. Y'all not like us. And coming from one of the high priestesses of the cult of the Ovihoites, this is hilarious. This person has even crashed out on me for pointing out the facts. But shorty, the fact is like 75% of those Drake fan pages are outside of the US, and a lot of them are in really suspect locations. Like I said, I don't know too many homies over in India. OVO Docket went from cosplaying as a lawyer to just being another stan account. And the thing is, when you lose all objectivity, you lose all credibility, and then what are you as a news source? Definitely a farce. You can enjoy hip-hop, but you're not really in a position to talk about hip-hop if you're from places like Europe, Australia, and West Asia. And you, sir, are a buffoon. Everyone has a right to an opinion. It's when you're spewing hate and calling people slurs and the hard R and stuff like that to defend yourselves, which is obviously not a proper defense. And dude, you probably should have looked at the people that you interact with and agree with and speak to on a daily basis before you said any of this stuff, because most of those people seem to be guilty of this. And it's really funny that he didn't include India and China in this. I got my eye on you, Drake debate. Greatest update yet, niggas out here writing press releases for being Indian. And let's just read this one, actually. He actually put a response to this. Since y'all looking for dirt on me, here it is. Started listening to hip-hop in 2002 and Kendrick/TDE in 2012. Made this account in 2017, 2018, way before this beef shit. And for Elon Musk, F you ain't doing shit, but just want that bloody engagement with revealing location. To the rest of y'all who still be following this account for discussion and news, we will still be posting it. And that's, again, regardless of where the person is from, this person just posts news. At the end of the day, if it's news and it's facts, you can't really hate when it's coming from anywhere, because a lot of people aren't just making stuff up. Honestly, that's more the Drake side from what I've been seeing. And here we have DJ Academics actually responding to all this stuff as well. And yes, hip-hop is global. Would never say if you're from a country you can't consume or speak on hip-hop. But if you're disguising your presence to be I'm pro-black from Compton, that's beyond deceptive. And I haven't seen almost any of those fan accounts claim that at all. But Like I said in my intro, a lot of people now are digital nomads. Like I keep saying, you can thrive and live anywhere around the world now. And just because you move somewhere internationally doesn't mean that now you relinquish your right to speak on what you love. That's beyond deceptive. Crazy coming from probably the most deceptive person on the internet. Just tell us you a packy nigga tweeting from Islamabad. And dude, the articism is incredible. And that's what Islamabad niggas think about this shit. Don't pretend. And fam, aren't you from Jamaica as well? Yet you're speaking on American topics. I was talking about pussy niggas like you. The Dodgers gonna take an L tomorrow just like Kendrick did. Get over it. These are his fans, and yeah, they've proven to be probably the most toxic bunch of people. A true lost flock. And definitely a big shout out to Holly B, another great friend of the channel. Alrighty, so it went from Kendrick isn't a global artist to clowning his fans from other countries. And that's the craziest thing. Obviously, they're going to spin narrative after narrative, even without any facts. And now they're just grasping at another straw that literally makes no sense. But when 90% of Drake fans on here aren't even American, y'all excuse it, as Drake is global. Of course, he has international fans. And you're not going to be a superstar on the level of a Kendrick Lamar or Drake, or honestly anyone on that level, without having an international fan base. So discrediting anyone from talking about hip hop because they don't happen to live in the States is honestly egregious, guys. Yeah, if you're spewing some hate, some nonsense, and baseless, guess what? Words have consequences and you will get called out for it. By the way, I'm seeing tons of non-black people say nigga from both fan bases. 1000%. Again, I've had a multitude of those. How he be feeling after getting caught Indian red-handed saying nigga every other post. And dude, I don't think it's been actually confirmed what his race actually is. Again, people move for their jobs. People move for a better cost of living. This one is actually hilarious, man. This guy Wost actually wrote, how does Kendrick Lamar have the only account on here without a location? Yeah, because the guy's international, fam. But guess what? He reps clearly where he's from, and there's no confusion surrounding that. Let's actually read some of the comments on this post. And I really want to thank you, Blarby, for having some common sense. It's obvious because he never downloaded the app. Location only works if you have the app. Somebody is probably running his account, but these buffoons wouldn't know that. This bro lives in the Bermuda Triangle when he get off tour. And obviously that's not the case because we have tons of footage of Kendrick Lamar doing burpees and hard bottoms over in Brooklyn and in LA. He hasn't updated yet. He's not chronologically online like Drake. And Drake more than likely is going to have something to say about this as well. Over here, we have a reply from Mika Red, another friend of the channel. And honestly, I really want to shout out the whole community. You guys are freaking amazing. She goes on to write, because he is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Certified boogeyman. I agree, man. That's not the only one, but I think it's because they only use the website and not the app. TDE made the phone call to hide it because he's based in Canada. He hasn't logged in since before the update, obviously. LOL. J. Cole too. Again, most artists of these caliber, while they do have access to their account, usually these accounts are just promotional tools used by somebody else on their team. And this next reply is goated, guys. This is where Kendrick Lamar's location is. He's taking over Drake's house. Boogeyman shit, boogeyman for real, because of noisy busybodies like you. Maybe because he made the account on the web. On the other accounts I've seen, it says connected via App Store usually. I don't know. And I've definitely seen that in a few of these other people getting exposed, which honestly shouldn't be a problem if you're not being disrespectful and saying crazy shit, because at the end of the day, at least addresses aren't being put out there. And here we have another one of the biggest, most obnoxious, drizzy glizzy gobblers out there. Another high priest of the cult of the Oviehoites, July. This guy is like 4'7", but speaks like he's 6'11". And he's also on an Android. And yeah, man, Androids have great cameras, but for a guy that loves to call other people out for being broke and challenge him to get on live so they could have Zoolander-style face-offs is honestly hilarious, man. And there's a reason why you got your account deleted, fam. But he's back and trolling. So after denying Kendrick's impact globally, y'all now making a big deal about some of his dedicated fans not being based in the USA. I need y'all to pick a narrative and stick with it. And the Drake stands are definitely still rolling with their narrative that, yeah, these are bots, but you can be a fan from around the world and voice your opinion. Let's just keep it respectful. Shout out to Certified Boogeyman for this repost. It's from Bashar Jackson. I can't wait to see y'all niggas find another excuse when I prove that I'm black, and the fact that we have to prove that we're black. Me, myself, I'm on the internet every day. I'm proud of my skin. I'm proud of my culture. I'm proud of who I am. But the fact that people feel the need to have to prove themselves because of some stupid shit, man, is definitely sad. Over here, we have Standendemics TV. He went on to write, portraying Not Like Us as a xenophobic song when the entire world was singing and dancing to it doesn't really hit. And that song was never xenophobic. I definitely agree with Standendemics. At the end of the day, when Kendrick Lamar said Not Like Us, It meant not of the culture. It didn't mean not of this race. It didn't mean anything like that. But obviously, people are going to try to conflate those because they have nothing to latch onto. And this tweet, although unrelated, is definitely goated as well. If Hove made a GNX, it would be called an instant classic. There would be no it's an East Coast classic or has all the ingredients of a classic, but I need more time to call it a classic. But the fact is, when you know, you know. We didn't have to wait 5 months to know that Get Rich or Die Trying was a classic, or listen to The College Dropout for a million years to confirm the same thing. That guy from Compton is 5 for 5 in his discography, whether y'all like it or not. And you can say that GNX is his worst album, but when all the other albums are classic, can you really justify the narrative that you're spinning, saying that the album is whack? If all the other ones are great, and this one is just a little less great, doesn't it make that album still great? But obviously the cult members don't lead with facts. They don't like facts at all. They're allergic to it. And here we have probably the who's who of some of the biggest Drake stands and their locations. Let's actually take a look at it. Alrighty, so here we have OVO Sam, based over in Zimbabwe. Here we have Caribou, based in South Africa. Kofi Champ, obviously based in Israel, and I definitely wouldn't have expected that. We have Members over here, who I want to say is Canadian. It's being blocked out, actually. But this person spins some of the most despicable takes out there and thinks she cooks every time she talks. Definitely not the case, and you should probably throw a little more seasoning on there as well. Over here, we have Drake Align, another big Drake stand stationed over in Europe. So if you're out here claiming that just because Kendrick Lamar has fans in other countries and they shouldn't be listened to, you should probably go and revise that standpoint. And look at this, guys. We have Academics TV based in Australia. And if you guys don't know, I want to say that, what is it, that Grand Wizard chat nigga, whatever his name is, that dude is not black, yet he's constantly throwing out N-bombs and constantly disrespecting black Americans. And I'm definitely interested in seeing some of these comments over here. This is why I said their opinions on the status of hip-hop means nothing. They have no say because they were never a part of it. And while Drake played in the sandbox, his cultural relevance is rooted in censorship, corporate favoritism, and being the worst loser ever. And Holly, again, big shout out to you, and I definitely agree. Being foreign isn't what's funny. It's being foreign and spending 2 years expelling somebody from a culture they didn't even belong to. That's some of the goofiest shit I've ever seen on Twitter. And Rayo, you have definitely spewed some of the craziest shit I've ever seen on this platform as well. And while I'll definitely agree, being foreign isn't the issue, it's what you're saying and what your true intentions are behind all of it. You can be a fan of whoever you want. I actually applaud that. I champion that. But if you're not going to be objective, it's not like I can go out there and be like, hey, my Yankees won the World Series this year, and then be surprised when people call me out for said bullshit claim. We never claimed to be from there. And no, you may not have, but a lot of you guys did. Kendrick Count's doing the same thing, and I will definitely agree. There's people on both sides doing the same thing. But the thing is, it's not where you're from, it's what you're saying. That's what I feel like is the most important part of all this. You could be a fan from wherever, but if now you're going and spewing out hate under the disguise that you are of the culture, and when I say that, I'm referring to black culture, then yeah, you now look crazy, as if you already hadn't done a great job of making yourself look crazy. I think you're missing one crucial detail. This is not the They Not Like Us crowd. Go wipe your pussy. This is a person obviously with an extremely limited vernacular and a bad choice of words, because all he's doing is proving the point. They Not Like Us is not referring to where you're from, dude, but reading comprehension skills are lacking amongst them. LMAO, the jokes write themselves. All right, here we have some Kendrick fans. And I actually saw a post from King Kendrick speaking on all this. He moved to Japan for work. All right, over here to the right, we have quintuple winners based in Cuba. Do these people not realize that Cuba has a predominantly black population as well? This guy's a buffoon. Over here, we have one in South Asia. I have literal homies over in South Asia and Thailand and Bali, black couples that have been living out there for years, thriving. So let's just do a little more research before we try taking people's black card away, man. This is definitely egregious. Yeah, I use a VPN, and that's definitely another really plausible scenario for all this stuff. VPNs aren't a secret thing. Some people do it because they want to watch their favorite Korean dramas, but it's still hilarious that everyone is crashing out about all this. And this is speaking from a person that lives in LA. I've been in LA for 13 years now, and before that, I was in New York. And over here, we have another massive page in Kirkhope. They're based in Europe. But again, they're just putting out news. If they are caught saying anything crazy, they should also be held accountable for their words. And that's probably the only real standard I would hold anyone when it comes to these platforms. Are you going to stand behind your words? If you do, be prepared for the consequences, whether fair or unfair. All right, here we have Dog Ninja, another friend of the channel, writing, why are the biggest hip-hop Twitter pages not from the U.S.? This one is also in Europe, Hip Hop All Day. If I'm not mistaken, aren't they a pro Drake page as well? Again, you can be from wherever you're from. You can post the news, but let's be objective about things. And then we have Kirko again, obviously from Europe as well. And this one is actually really interesting to me. It's Joe Budden Clips last fan page, and that account is based in the UK. And I've definitely heard tons of rumblings that this particular page was bought by academics, and you can kind of tell with how they cover DJ Academics. They make him seem like a god. And fam, we shouldn't DFI no person, especially that dude. Over here we have Nikisha, who responded to these claims as well. People swear they exposed me for living in Germany, and there's tons of Black Americans, just Americans, period, living in Germany, guys. Let's actually look at this. All the outrage about Kendrick on the internet ain't real. Wherever I go, I live in Germany. Every store, function, or venue plays Kendrick Lamar. There's no stopping this man. And this is a person that's been really transparent about where they're from. After that, she wrote, I love that all my friends are Kendrick nerds. LMAO, Kendrick is the Michael Jackson in Germany. LMAO. Yeah, to the point where there's even huge epic murals of the dude. Germany is about to be overtaken by a right-wing party who wants all the non-Germans to leave the country. They have the biggest percentage of voters. We're doomed. So obviously she's not hiding the fact of where she's from. Here we have another OVO white general, Blastic, going on to write, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. This person is still black. People choose all the time. I'm fiending for wins, as you can see. And that's definitely what it is. The Drake stands, I feel like they kind of start most of this stuff because from what I can see, they're usually leading the front when it comes to disrespectful replies, stuff that has nothing to do with the actual argument. They're just being insulting, but they've definitely been starving for some type of victory. So I don't know what they think they're doing here when all they're doing is just exposing themselves as well. And this is somebody trying to call out another Kendrick fan page for being based anywhere else but the US. This one is also based in Europe. And yeah, there's hip hop fans everywhere, guys. So this is definitely hilarious. At the end of the day, like I said, you can be a fan of whoever you want and you can praise them as much as you want. But if you're going to go and insult other people or even try to discredit somebody else to try to big up your favorite person, then that's when you just look like a loser. And I'm going to say this again, but the most flagrant part about any of these pages, especially those Drake stands, is just the constant level of disrespect. Because if you truly are in good faith, trying to have a decent dialogue with somebody, if you're trying to have some type of debate, then keep it that way. If you're not going to go and try to make fun of them or make fun of their skin color or their hair texture and stuff like that, that's when you've lost the argument. I mean, you've probably already lost if you're stooping to that level, but that's the biggest issue with all this. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think people are crashing out for no reason? I really do believe that some of those Drake stands are probably the biggest offenders because those are the ones coming out with most of the hate talk. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It honestly means the world to me. And all the love and support that you guys continue showing this channel on a daily is honestly overwhelming and probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. So I definitely want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all your support. I do want to send out a big shout out to all those that have been joining YouTube memberships. Small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a very long way in helping out. And also a very big super thank you to all of those that have been sending super thanks because, guys, it has been tremendous. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. If you guys do want to continue the conversation, definitely follow me on X. That link will be posted in the pinned comments and also the description because I'm definitely looking forward to your takes on all this. Hope you guys love this video and I hope to see you guys soon. And that Idiocracy movie is definitely so prophetic. And a lot of these stands are definitely pathetic as well.